Businessman and attempted murder accused Vusimuzi Cat Matlala is expected to return to the Madlanga Commission in Pretoria this morning. Matlala appeared before the Commission for a day last week, but invoked his right against self-incrimination and refused to answer questions relating to the R228 million Police Service Medicare24 tender. We now hand it back to Sakina and Canny in Pretoria to find out what to expect today. Sakina?
Well, thanks so much, Leanne. Welcome back. And as we had indicated earlier, it remains to be seen in terms of Vusimuzi Cat Matlala through his legal representative, making it very clear here before the Commission that because a number of the matters involving Vusimuzi Cat Matlala are before the courts, that they will invoke his right not to self-incriminate. So it's going to be interesting to see how much further the Commission can push particular matters with him that they wish to canvass. But we're going to turn our attention slightly back to Friday, and especially with Dina Governor here before the Commission, Canny, and just what he had to say. Played a recording as well. I just want to go back to the suspended Minister, Senzo Mchunu, who once again, as has been evident, is never directly in conversation or doing anything in particular, but people are always seemingly doing things on his behalf. So in this instance, there's another third party who says that, this is what the minister wants, to do, but the minister himself is nowhere there.
And that's the difficulty in the main with evidence relating to Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, because he's never quite at the scene of the alleged offence. It's always through a far removed party. Now, the evidence of Lieutenant Colonel Dina Governor, who, mind you, we expect to speak on alleged killings or police shootouts with the intention to kill, not to give effect to arrests. He's supposed to deal with a serious issue from the reference of the death of Bevan Loftus, which was described as overkill in terms of the manner in which that particular task team under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Dina Governor responded to that particular scene. But instead, he adds different information that adds more layers. And Mchunu's name comes up again here. And it's quite an extraordinary claim, because you're stating that the police minister is involved in a plan as recent as last week, a day before you come before the probe, to allegedly throw a KZN top cop, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, under the bus over these police shootouts in the KZN province, where it is alleged that this is allegedly intentional. This is not something that is happening out of self-defense, let's put it that way. Now, the difficulty with Lieutenant Colonel Dina Governor is that he has crystal clear audio of this alleged political fixer that he calls by the name of Mavuso. And then he says he has CCTV of them meeting at the hotel to discuss issues. But I haven't seen anything that points to the link to the police minister, Senzo Mchunu. So again, you're getting this pattern of allegations being made of alleged political fixers, because it's no different to Brown Makhotsi, if that is indeed the case. Speaking allegedly on behalf of the minister, but the minister is nowhere to be found in the evidence. But it's not always the case with respect to the new allegations that continue to mount against Police Minister Mchunu. I think with the IDAC evidence, there is something to be said about that, because even if it was just a referral about crime intelligence, internal matters, and you want to argue that it fell under his portfolio, so it was okay, the very act of allegedly facilitating the delivery of that IGI report, an incomplete report where there's still an interview that is still needed, and rushing that report to the IDAC investigators in a manner that fell outside of the protocol, meant that you were invested or interested in the outcome of their investigations. And the fact that, according to Ramsamy, Paramount described the report as quote-unquote golden, the inference there is that it was supposed to assist them at a time where Ramsamy and other investigators were flagging that there was no prima facie case here. And that at the very least suggests that Mchunu allegedly had an interest in Project Diversion, which we now know was geared towards allegedly targeting Lieutenant General Dumsani Khumalo and Top Cop General Fani Masemola. At the very least, there's something to answer to there. So even if you see a pattern of him being far removed from the alleged offences and other instances of evidence. I think with the IDAC, it's crystal clear what was allegedly taking place there. So it remains to be seen how that evidence is confronted going forward.
And of course, so much more that needs to be answered to. But of course, Cat Matlala, Vusimuzi Cat Matlala, will be back here at the Madlanga Commission. And that's goodbye from me for Morning Live. But of course, Ayanda Nyati, he'll step in on behalf of the agenda team. Canny's here the whole day for SABC News. And of course, Temegile Mkhototo for SA Today later on in the day. But for now, here from the Bridget Mabandla Justice College, it's back to you in studio.